She's all right when you get to know her. This is my podcast, and it takes you from your restrictive, toxic, life-limiting 9 to 5 into a life on your terms, full of freedom and flexibility as a self-employed virtual assistant. So whether this is your first introduction into the possibility of becoming a VA, or perhaps you've been doing a bit of Googling already, I'm going to get rid of the overwhelm, rid of the self-doubt, and show you that this life is possible. I've not just started this rodeo, you know. I'm Catherine Gladwyn, and I've been doing what you think is impossible since 2015. Shall we get started? Right, okay, this one is more about AI. Again, don't roll your eyes because you're going to love this one because, right, what I found is with my podcasts, the most popular ones are where I've got guests. So, yeah, you might as well just tell me you don't like listening to me. So, you can hear somebody laughing in the background, can't you now? So, I've invited on Lily Attwell-Rowan. I always want to call her Lily Attwell-Martin because we got an estate agents in town called Attwell-Martins. And I always go and type that when I'm going to email her or tag her into something. I also like to call her Lilster. She's part of my team and I am absolutely blessed to have her. For some reason, she's more than happy to be one of my rockers in the Facebook group on the weekends, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And I've just never known life like it. Before Lily, I just couldn't switch off, and now I can. So if anybody's listening that wants a moderator or rocker, as I like to call them, for community management, then it's old Lilster. Now, this episode, I will let Lily speak in a minute, honestly, but this episode is about learning to love AI as a VA. You might think I've gone on about this before, but this is different because I'm bringing somebody in that has done it. It's not just me talking about it this time. I'm going to talk to Lily about it. And she too was wary at the beginning, weren't you, Lilster?
I was indeed.
She was indeed. Now, you may have noticed there that Lily's got a slight West Country accent. So, unfortunately, I can't put subtitles on because you're just going to have to battle with two of us with a West Country accent. Of course, mine is a little bit more, what's that poet? Pam Ayres. Lily's more refined. I mean, do you know what, Lily? Imagine if we had the whole team on here. We got Kaylee with Scottish. We've got Felicity with Welsh. Us two down south. No, where are we? West Country.
Yeah, West Country.
It's only Rochelle that talks properly.
I know, she'd have to subtitle for us all, wouldn't she?
Yeah. She'd have to be in the chat going, what they were actually trying to say was...
Our refined Rochelle.
Right. So, Lily, tell me about yourself. I'll cut you off if it gets boring. Yeah, no, tell me about yourself. How long have you been a VA?
I'll keep it very short and sweet like myself. I've been a VA for nearly 2.5 years and I built my business deliberately around my life because I didn't want something that consumed me and I wanted something that worked for me. And honestly, it has transformed my life in ways that I just didn't expect. Like, my confidence has grown, my knowledge has just increased so much. And the way I see myself professionally, just all of it. And I wish I'd started it sooner, but you can't go back. So here I am. The thing that you say as well, that it's just changed your life and you wish you'd done it sooner. You do suddenly become so much more knowledgeable than you are when you're an employee, isn't it? It's like you learn so many different pieces of software. Yeah, you just become the person that knows it all. So when you're employed, you're only in like one little part of the business. But when you're a VA, you are that business. So you need to know everything. And so the knowledge that you have to be able to do that just grows phenomenally.
And it grows without you even knowing, doesn't it? And it's not like you've got to suddenly take a course in HR or you've suddenly got to take a course in accounting or anything like that. It grows with you gradually and calmly.
Yeah, I think I've loved that part of it of just constantly growing as a person and adding all these skills in, which then translate to being able to support clients as well.
Yeah. And I think that is what we need to remember with AI, because the fear of, losing this wonderful life that we've created can be all consuming. But, and we often get scared of things, new things, because they are new and it changes familiarity and it changes our routine. But once you put that fear aside a little bit and think, do you know what? How can I for want of a better word, manipulate this so that it benefits me. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is how we can sort of manipulate and learn to love AI and make it actually a very profitable service for our business. Because you've expanded your services as well, haven't you, as a result of it? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But before, I'm going to ask you now, Lily, before you started using or knowing much about AI, what were you skeptical about? What were your worries?
Honestly, it was not knowing how to use it properly. I was worried I'd waste a lot of time faffing around and still ended up with something that screamed written by a robot, and then everyone's coming at me for pitchforks. And I vividly remember it was you who first brought ChatGPT into my world. And my initial reaction was, there is no way I'm going to be able to use the right blogs that sound human. And of course, that has changed.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? I mean, like you say, you can tell when somebody has used AI if they've not trained it. Because, I mean, and then it's not those bloody, people keep on about the M dashes, don't they?
Oh, God, it's doing my head in. And that's what I mean about people coming at you with pitchforks, because you almost feel like you're cheating. At first, I felt like that. I don't feel like that now, because obviously I know how
No.
to use it properly.
And it's like small businesses have been using virtual assistants to make their life easier for years now, and they're not cheating. Because you don't have to do everything yourself. And that's the same with AI. You don't have to be struggling to write your blog post. You don't have to be sat there for hours on end on a Sunday evening thinking, no, I've got no idea what to write for my social media for the next week. So I'm just going to sit here and stress and I won't ever get any clients. It takes away a lot of stress, doesn't it?
Oh, it's honestly, it's transformed my life and the business having AI.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And what I want to say about M dashes, right, is that Shakespeare used to use them and he didn't have a Chat GPT subscription, did he, Lily?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. So what was the turning point for you? What sort of triggered the thoughts of, hang on a minute, so I don't need to be scared of this. I can do this.
So it was honestly at the start of my VA journey. I remember you did a webinar or a video on it, and you showed about how to use it to create blogs. And from then, I just got stuck in. I signed up, and that was it. I was just away playing with it. And it took me quite a while because it's a bit of a weird thing to get used to.
Yeah.
And then once I got used to it and then started building my own tone of voice documents and my business documents, it just became so much easier. But it was the practice that made it work for me.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some testimonials for my courses, the number of reviews I get, and they're absolutely wonderful. And I don't make enough of them. So I thought, right, I need to start putting them on Instagram. And I thought, I want a picture of me with my Rubik's Cube. But as I've showed you at the beginning of this recording, I seem to have something on my lip that will not translate well into images. I think it's probably a landing pad because we're getting a lot of airplanes over from the US. So I think they maybe wanted to create another runway on my bottom lip. But so I'm going off on a tangent. I always do this, Lily. So much has to be edited out on my podcast as go off on one. But yeah, so I went onto my Chat GPT that I have trained and said, can you do an image of me holding an incomplete Rubik's Cube? 2 minutes later, there it is. And it's because it knows me. It's because I've trained it perfectly. And I could too put something in there and say, write a blog for me about why AI is brilliant. And it will come out with something which is almost perfect for the way I speak and the way I put myself across out there. It just needs a tiny bit of editing to add, little nuances that I would add to it. Because it always needs to be checked, doesn't it, still?
Oh, you cannot let it go out just as it is. Thing is, at the start of it, I did do that, sort of. And then on reflection, I look back and I'm like, no, that's terrible. But now my posts about using AI are so much better. And then I've got my Claude and my Notion connected. So
Yeah.
when I've completed a post that I want out in the world, I put it in my Notion bank and it puts it straight in there for me. Like that alone it's just one less thing to think about.
Yeah. No, but for anybody that's got, because you've got it, I know you have, Lily, my fast track bundle with MailerLite, Canva, and how to train AI. You can then get ChatGPT or Claude, because it teaches you how to train both of them. You can then get ChatGPT to create an image for you in your Canva, and you link them together with just one click of a button, and it creates images for you as well. So it doesn't just write your content, it will put an image together. Did you know that, Lilster?
I didn't know that bit. That is absolutely bloody amazing. And you know what I'll be doing later on this afternoon?
Linking Canva.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. This is where I need to do like a video podcast as well so that I could show screenshots of it. But yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic. And this morning I put something in there because I was using the same image of me. So I screenshot what I was creating in Canva and put it into ChatGPT and said, could I use a better image here? And it read the text on my image and said, yeah, your image of you is a bit formal. We need one of you smiling more, and it needs to be 25% smaller. And it's absolutely incredible.
And I can waste hours of my life on Canva. And that's what I
Yeah.
like about ChatGPT is giving you some help there, hasn't it? Of this will work better for your audience, maybe. That's what I love AI about, is that I'll be like, this is my ideal client. How will this post resonate with them?
Yeah.
I don't have colleagues to bat things around with.
And in the early stages of your business, or you may never want to engage with somebody that will do your content for you. You want to keep it all in-house. So it saves you so much time. Now, that then leads me on, and people will be thinking, well, if us VAs are going to use it for our business, what's stopping small business owners from using it? The thing there is that these small business owners, they haven't got time to be doing what you're doing for them already. So where are they going to find the time to learn how to train AI? Where are they going to find the time to learn how to write the prompts for AI? Those are things that you as a VA can learn to do and then sell them as a service to your clients.
Absolutely. And do you know what? Some clients don't want to learn it. And
No.
that's just the end of it. They just don't want it. They just want to outsource it. It's one less thing to think about.
Yeah, so many things we do for them. I said this in the Facebook group the other day, and I screenshot it because I thought, Catherine, you're a genius. But I thought, the stuff that we do for our clients, we don't do it because they're incapable. We do it because they either can, won't, or shouldn't be doing it. So, and it's no different with AI. A lot of them are going to be adverse to it, but we can show them exactly how it would benefit their business. And once you've trained it, they're not going to suddenly find time to ask ChatGPT to write a blog for them and check it and upload it to their website. They're going to want you to do that. So you can create packages and things like that. Have you done any stuff for clients using AI?
Funnily enough, I created a custom GPT for a consultant. So it's to make sure that all their reports are 10 out of 10, because we're all human. They might make some errors. So I created this custom GPT, which I use. And honestly, the client was just so excited when I told them. They're new to ChatGPT as well. So in fact, I've actually got a power hour booked with them to go through it and set them up, just the basics for them.
Do you know what? That makes me, I just feel so proud of you. Just, oh my God. So for those that don't know, what is a custom Chat GPT?
So a custom GPT, so I've created it with notes and refined it. So I just go to this GPT every time and I'll upload a report and it will come out with what I want. So it'll tell me any anomalies, what I need to look at.
So you've got like ChatGPT, and then down the left-hand side, you've got sort of, I'm going to call them like separate discussions that you've had with ChatGPT. So is one of those, in inverted commas, discussions, you just use that for this client because it's set up for what they need?
Exactly that. So that's the best way to describe it. So I'm not doing the same thing every single time. So it's plug and play. I just go to it, I upload the report. It'll go through the process that I would have done if I was to do it manually, write it into GPT.
So that stays there all the time, and you just need to just click on that section on the left-hand side, upload these reports, it knows what to do, and Bob's your uncle.
Exactly that. So if there's any conflicts, it will then flag it to me. So then I need to go in. So that's where you still need a human. The AI cannot fix that. It needs a human eye to then go in and change it.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And ChatGPT gets to know you so well that you don't even need to give prompts in the end, do you? Because what I do is I upload my testimonials that I get, and now I just upload the image and ChatGPT comes back to me and says, right, we're going to pull this out because that is the virtual assistant's or aspiring virtual assistant's main pain point. And it's like, brilliant, because all I wanted to ever use was Catherine's great, Catherine's funny.
Catherine's the best.
Nothing about the courses.
Oh.
No, that is amazing. And just to reassure people as well, it takes an hour to train ChatGPT with my course, just an hour. And then what you do is if anything changes in your business, you don't have to retrain it from the start. You just say, do you know what? We're now doing this as well in my business. I'm now extending my services to include, I don't know, train ChatGPT. So could you log that against my account so that you know that for the future? Now, there's lots of, I mean, I mentioned earlier about the M dashes. A lot of people think, oh, you got an M dash in there. So AI wrote that. But it might just mean that they're really good at the English language because it's used in literature and has been used in literature for centuries. Aside from that, what do you think is or are some common misconceptions about AI that are making perhaps VAs be hesitant to learn it?
I think some VAs are really worried that it will make them extinct, but it really won't. You have to keep up with it, though. If you're going to be the VA that doesn't, I think you're going to be left behind.
I do agree. It's something new that we need to be aware of because, like I said, you can create services with it. You can create packages with it, like Lily's done. And what do you charge for your power hours, Lily?
I can't remember.
Let me have a look at your services on your website.
I don't think I haven't got power hours on my website. It was 3 times. You can tell I'm no Carol Vorderman here. 135.
£135 you charge for your power hours. So Lily is doing a power hour with a client regarding AI, and she's charging £135 for it. That's an hour's call. It'll probably be less. But, you know, there is some time prepping before and maybe a little bit afterwards, but it's certainly not the number of hours that equate to £135. And that is off the back of Lily not being skeptical about AI and instead learning it and being a little bit more open to it. I love that, Lily. That is amazing.
Just so excited. I think that's is that people are so scared to broach the subject maybe with clients. And actually it shows that you're a forward-thinking VA, that you're not, and for them to bring it up with you.
Yeah, we need to show that we're on top of it. It is the latest software. I don't think it's going anywhere. I really do think it is the biggest thing since the internet.
Wow, do you know some cars have grok in it? So they've got AI in cars that you can speak to.
Doing what?
They've got, in Teslas, they've got grok.
But what does it do?
It's
Does
just
it write
AI.
a blog about driving?
No, do you know what you can get it to do? You can get it to read your story. It has also, yeah, they have grok in Teslas.
I don't know whether I want to give Elon Musk any money.
If you wanted it to read your story when you're driving, you can.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know.
It's weird, but that's what I mean. AI is going everywhere.
And it's not hard either, is it?
No.
We've touched briefly on training AI, and that's how you can stop. I mean, I know a lot of people's fears, if you like, of AI is that it's all going to sound the same. If all the virtual assistants start using it, it's going to churn out the same stuff. And it would if you don't train it. It all comes down to training it. And it also, when you train it, well, with my course, I've got that quiz in there. It helps you find your tone of voice. And it don't matter what you think your tone of voice is, you're never sort of confident to say, oh, I'm lively and upbeat. Well, certainly us Brits anyway, we don't want to sort of big ourselves up too much. Were you surprised about anything that it gave you, or did you find that there were things in the course that you thought, do you know what, I wouldn't have thought about that if I was trying to train it myself?
That document is just absolutely amazing, because if someone says, what are you great at? Instantly blank.
Yeah.
But that document's like, what's your tone of voice? I'm like, well, I don't know.
Lily's referring to it as a document because she had the early bit of it. She had it in a PDF document. It is actually an online course.
Do you want me to redo that? Is it in the course?
It's fine, it's funny. I'm keeping that in.
So it's a bit like if someone says, "What's your tone of voice?" I'm just stood there like Kevin and Perry, like, I don't know.
No.
So that's why it's so helpful because it's really hard, I think, to do it as yourself. So those prompts to go through it just make it seamless and easy to do.
And then when it comes back with some social media posts for you, you're like, oh my God, that I think it was Kaylee that said that is exactly what I would have written. But, it would have perhaps taken hours to think of because your mind just goes blank and you start worrying about what people might say, might think, or things like that. And it takes all of that away because you haven't directly written it and sat there worrying about it. It takes that kind of fear away about posting it, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Before I will admit I have low confidence on my writing. I think because it's sort of sharing a bit of you, isn't it? So
Mm.
what I liked about the AI is it's checking it for you or it writes it for you in your tone. And it's transformed how I show up, I think. And it's been such a help just having that tool there. And then also you've got the pain points. Oh my God. It's just amazing what it throws out.
Yes, because that's another bit in my course, isn't it, where we tell ChatGPT to create pain points around your services because so many of us at the beginning of our journey, we say that we're going to save clients time and money, but it's not tangible. It's not enough. You have to really find a pain point. So if if your client has got a subscription list but never finds the time to write an email or a newsletter, then the pain point isn't that they haven't got time to do it. The pain point is they know that they should be emailing their subscriber list because they're a warm audience and they're more likely to buy from them. So that's the real pain point. And ChatGPT helps you find those.
It's just amazing. And it just makes it so much easier to show up, especially I think when you're a new VA starting out. It's really hard, I think.
You're right. It makes it so much easier for the aspiring and new VAs as well as us established VAs because there's so much to learn and think about, and the marketing is scary, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I honestly thought the world was going to explode when I did my first LinkedIn post.
Oh, I did too. My first one, I thought Daily Mail are going to be outside my house about that time when well, I'm not even going to say it out loud what I did, what I thought I was going to get caught for, but they didn't. They didn't turn up, funnily enough. Now, I've said it before in a previous podcast, but it's not mandatory to have legal contracts in your business. However, caveat, your insurance might be valid if you don't get a client to sign a contract and lots of other reasons why you need a contract, like get paid and stuff like that. So I see a lot of VAs, new VAs, that say that they've created their own contracts using ChatGPT. Now, it's a big no because ChatGPT has actually got a caveat at the bottom that says, let me read it out. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. And something like a legal document is important information. If you get ChatGPT to create something like that for you, something that you may need to use in a small claims court or with bailiffs or with solicitors or anything like that, if it's been written by a computer that is pulling information from here, there, and everywhere, it ain't going to be worth the paper it's written on. It really isn't. So there are some things that AI really shouldn't be used for, and I think that's one of them. Is there anything else you can think of, Lily, that we shouldn't really be using AI for?
You have to be really careful about the information that you give it, so no personal details.
Of course, that is a good one. I mean, you can turn off that it doesn't share stuff with itself, it doesn't keep stuff in its system. But I mean, how much can you trust that, really? So like Lily says, you don't want to give it personal information. You don't want to say, do you know what? I've just changed my banking PIN. It's now 678 910. Could you keep that for me so that next time I ask for it? you know, or this is how you can get into my premium bonds. That is a really good point, Lily. I can't think of anything else at the moment that you wouldn't share with it.
I think what you just said there about turning off the training model that it trains on your information.
That's it, the training model. So it trains its whole system on information you give it. So you can turn that off. And I show you how to do that in the Train AI course. I just think that's great that you can do that. But obviously you can't always trust things like that 100%. There are often software breaches and hacks snacks and God knows what else, aren't there?
I use it for my food shopping, so it knows my dietary preference as well.
Oh, how should you do that then?
I created a custom GPT for my food shopping.
That is incredible.
Because I think we're all busy in life, aren't we? And it's just one less decision I just need some help with. I'm done for the
Yeah.
week. Can someone help me?
Yeah. Oh my God, don't justify it at all. I think that's brilliant. Do you know what I've been doing recently? I've been doing some changes around the house, not renovation, just cosmetic stuff. So what I did is I took a picture of my front room, and currently the fireplace is stained in a dark wood. And I've always thought, I wonder what it'd look like white. So I took a picture of the room, of that side of the room, and said to ChatGPT, can you change the fire surround to white? It did. It looked awful. So I didn't waste any time painting it and trying to see what it looked like. And then what I've also started doing is taking pictures of different parts of rooms and saying, what could I do to improve this? And it says, oh, you need an arched mirror that's 100 centimetres wide by 90 centimetres deep, blah, 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 blah. It's it's amazing. My partner says to me oh, that looks lovely. And I'm nodding, thinking, yeah, I know, I'm like an interior designer. But ChatGPT's done it for me.
That's what I mean. It's just amazing what you can actually use it for.
Yeah. And I thought yesterday, when I was doing the fireplace, I thought, this isn't going to take interior designers' jobs away. It's going to make their jobs easier and quicker and enable them to give more ideas to their paying clients. And they're not going to be charging by the hour. They create packages in inverted commas, which is what VAs should do when offering AI services. So it's amazing. And AI, I'm going on one now, AI even sourced me mirrors. I know.
Did it find you the cheapest one?
It kind of did, yeah. It did. Yeah, it found me a Dunelm one, and I didn't want the Dunelm one in the end, but I found one on Amazon, which was even cheaper.
I do love it.
Amazing. So I'm an interior designer now as well.
What I love is because I can waste loads of time. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm terrible. What I like is it can help you to give you a graphic to then put into Canva. And then I've used your Canva course because I don't know everything about Canva to make it better.
And what was it we were doing yesterday? We've got a prompt, haven't we? I say we because Lily's, like I said, part of my team, and we got a team WhatsApp, and we got a prompt to do what was it? Our colours and what makeup looks best. And
I still need to do mine, and I hope it comes out like Wednesday Addams. I'm not going away from black. I'm not.
No, or navy.
Or navy, yes, if feeling a bit adventurous.
Yeah. I'm the same. All my wardrobe's which piece of black clothing shall I wear today? But no, I hope that that's given a few people the opportunity to see it from somebody else's point of view at how much you can use AI in not just your business, but for your client's business as well. I mean, with Lily's custom ChatGPT for a client, creating power hours, doing her shopping. So if you offer lifestyle management for your clients, there's so much you could do there, or become an interior designer like I did yesterday. There is so much you can do. Do take the time to learn it, to train it. And if you want to use my course to do that, then it's £59, or I've got the fast track bundle, which includes the Canva course and the MailerLite course as well. And that's £89 at time of recording. It's not our enemy, is it, Lily?
No, I think it's so exciting, and just who knows where this is heading. And I'd rather be on the ride than watch it from the sidelines crying.
I love that.
Good. But genuinely, I love that I can now work faster, smarter, more efficiently. And I'm offering services that I didn't offer before because of my own limiting beliefs about writing. So now I can offer newsletter support now. It just supports me.
Lily, you are an inspiration. And I also want to thank you publicly for being a wonderful member of my team and for still working with me. And also, I want to thank you for all of the podcast ideas that you email through to me. They're all fantastic. And half the time I forget to do a shout out to you. And so I just claim them as my own.
Oh, bless you. I love supporting the group. I've told you before that it's one of my favourite things to do. And I just love being a rocker.
Lily, before we say goodbye, what's one simple way that AI could help a VA this week that they could do perhaps today?
So get something out there you've been avoiding. So have a play with hooks, try repurposing your content. Just start small and see what happens. Honestly, it has transformed my confidence in posting, and I know it can transform others. Please give it a go today.
Love that. Thank you, Lily, and thank you so much for all you do for me. If you're ready to reclaim your independence, then subscribe to this podcast because there is so much I'm going to give you. Oh, you got to subscribe on your favourite channel, it says. What channel? Is it? I ain't going to be on the BBC, am I?